guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be testing out a bunch of brand new makeup. I have so much good stuff here. Drugstore, high-end. I have some Colourpop, some Milani, Pacifica, some Sigma here. I actually have the new Taylor Wynn and Sigma collab. So congrats to Taylor. I just got this in PR, so I cannot wait to play with this. So lots of good stuff. Definitely grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it and test out some new makeup releases. I'm going to start off with a new eye primer. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I actually don't think this is like brand new. Like I'm pretty sure this has been around forever, but it was in like a part of the PR package that they sent me with their new collection. So I'm gonna try it out today because I don't think that I've ever tried this, even though this is, I think, an old product. My favorite high-end primer is the Rare Beauty one, so I'm curious to see how this one compares. First impression, I think it's a nice primer. It doesn't feel super tacky. I like the Rare Beauty one because it slightly like helps with discoloration if you have any on your lids, and it just kind of evens everything out. So like as far as finish and formula, I think that one I like a little bit better. So for eyeshadow today, I'm really excited about this. This is the Milani Gilded Flora palette. I just picked this up directly on their website, but I'm pretty sure this should be in store soon. How stunning are these colors, you guys? Like just the prettiest pastels for the springtime. I know technically it's still winter, but I'm so excited for warmer weather. So let's start off with this shade right here called Best Bud. It's like a really light peach. I love how buildable this shade is. Next, I'm gonna go into the shade right here called My Little Pony. It's like a light pinky purple, and I'm gonna use a different brush actually. Wow, that's really pretty. Ooh, that's a pretty color. I like that. It's almost like a cotton candy shade. Then I'm gonna take this really pretty like matte plum purple color, and I'm just gonna add that on the outer lid just a little bit. And I am going to build it up, so I'm really packing that shade and just so it can really pop. So I'm going to do a yellow on the lid, and I feel like the yellow with this color will really like look nice together. Going back into the shade right here, like that light pinky purple, I'm just gonna add a little bit more of that color. I love the shades, like the tones are so pretty. Now for the pop of color, I'm gonna take that light yellow. This one is in What's Up Buttercup. Let's see how this pops. I'm thinking I might have to use, since it is like a matte kind of pastel, I feel like these tend to pop more whenever you add like a tacky base underneath. So I think what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of concealer. Okay, cool. Now we can go in with the yellow. I'm just gonna use the other side of that brush. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm actually loving these colors. I'm gonna add a little bit of a shimmer just to help blend everything out and just to add another little pop on the lid. So I'm gonna use this color. I already dipped my finger into it because it was so pretty. It's like this light, like lavender shimmer. Almost looks like a duochrome or something. Like it is stunning. Do you see that shade? I'm gonna add that right on the center. Oh wow, this is actually a lot more sheer than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more, okay, hold on. I think this is more so like a topper. So I'm gonna take the matte lavender color. Then I'm gonna use a different brush with that shimmery purple duochrome. This is not the vision that I had in my mind. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, I'm like sitting here trying to figure out what to do with this look. This is not the vision that I had in mind. I like the colors and I like everything. I just don't like how it's like meshing together, but that's obviously my bad because of the color combinations that I'm doing. I'm just adding a little bit more yellow. I'm debating if I should just keep this and do a little pop of yellow in this part right here, and then I can do maybe a little bit in the inner corners later when I'm done the rest of the makeup. So I ended up just taking this shade right here called Bouquet. It's like a light, very light, like rose gold shimmer. It's beautiful. And I was just adding that instead of that purple right to the center. I think I'm gonna go in with this like yellow shimmery gold. It's called Busy Bee. These are beautiful. And I think I'm just gonna put that over that yellow, like the matte yellow. Just press that in with my finger. I just don't really want to wipe off my makeup. I'm like trying to save this look because I love these colors. But this is why I always mention I'm not a makeup artist, I'm a makeup lover, and I like to test out new makeup, but I definitely I'm not a pro here at all. I'm just a gal who loves makeup. So that's pretty much it for the eyeshadow for now. I might do a little something extra once I add the lashes and everything and like when the rest of the makeup is done, but this is pretty much like the gist of it. So I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex. This is the waterproof mascara. So this is obviously not new, but it came in their new collection. And how pretty is this packaging? Honestly, when it comes to mascaras, you can really just get some good ones at the drugstore. Like I feel like that's one thing that you really don't need to splurge on. Like, at the end of the day, most of the mascaras, they do the same. I mean, I have a lot of favorites and I have a couple high-end favorites, but then it's like when it comes down to it, you don't need to spend like $30 on a mascara. You just don't. For lashes, I'm going to go in with these from Milani and again from the Flora collection. Ooh, they look so pretty. Love. Wow, they feel super fluffy actually. Ooh, these are pretty. Wait, I'm like obsessed. I feel like these fit my eye shape like perfectly. So I'm pretty sure I just found my new favorite lashes. These are so pretty and they were so easy to apply. The band is very flexible. Now for the skin, I have a couple new products. So I have two different primer waters. I have the Make It Last from the Flora collection from Milani. I always love these new sprays that they come out with. They always smell great and they're really good for prepping and setting your makeup. I know I'm gonna love this. I did use this earlier to spray my brush and it smells amazing when I was doing my eyeshadow. And then I also have this CoverGirl Priming Glow Mist. So I think I actually want to try this. Wow. Doesn't really have a super strong scent. Like it's very, very light. The mister is also really nice. So this is not a setting spray. It's more so like a primer water or like a refreshing spray that you could use before makeup and, you know, throughout the day to refresh and also like to incorporate as part of like your skincare routine. It feels really nice. I feel like my skin, like I moisturized and everything beforehand, so it already was looking pretty glowy, but that did feel super refreshing, which I love. Now I have this new product from Pacifica. This is the, I actually saw this on TikTok. It's the Dream Lit Under Eye Brightener. And it's supposed to basically just brighten your under eyes. And then I'm gonna blend that in. You know what? I should have just used my finger. Let me do a little bit more. And I'm gonna just blend that in. So this feels like a serum. It doesn't feel like a concealer. It doesn't feel thick. It pretty much just like instantly blends and it doesn't add coverage, but I definitely feel like it brightened my under eyes. I feel like it worked like slightly, like nothing crazy dramatic. So I'm gonna apply this on the other side because I feel like I need this today. It feels really soft too under there, which is nice. So it adds, I feel like almost like a glow and like a little bit of lightness to the area while also like being hydrating, which is nice because for me, this is like the driest part of my face. Now let's do some concealer. So I have this new one from KVD. This is the Good Apple Concealer and I picked this up in the shade Light 114. So this is the applicator. It is different. This is too light. Oh no. Okay. It's okay. We're gonna make it work. And let me actually, I'm gonna grab one of these brushes. This is the Sigma and Taylor Win 3-piece brush set. Shout out to them for sending this over to me. I was actually gonna purchase it, but I was so excited. So this is the concealer brush and what it looks like. I love the handles. The gold and the black is so pretty. Wow, this feels dense but really soft. I feel like a lot of concealer brushes, like the ones that I've tried, I don't really love because they end up being just a little bit too harsh on the skin. Like when you're pressing the product in, it just feels really rough. And I feel like it almost like takes away the coverage and it lifts the product. Holy cow, this is really full coverage and this is obviously way too light. But this brush, and I normally don't really use brushes to blend out my concealer. Like, wow, that is full coverage. I did not even need that much product. That's crazy. Okay, so dark circles are like non-existent right now. Wow, this brush is amazing. I really, really like it. Good size too. It's not too big, it's not too small. By the way, I'm just going in with concealer right now because I wanted to test it out without any other complexion products because I wanted to see the coverage, but clearly it's like really, really full coverage. I actually like the finish of it. I'm like so amazed by this brush that I'm not even like looking at the concealer. Less is more. Don't use as much as I did. You don't need it. Dang, I wish it wasn't so bright because I really actually love the way that it looks under the eyes. So I probably need to go up. I would say probably maybe like 2 more shades, maybe 1 shade. No, like 2 shades because it's very bright, but we're about to make it work with a foundation and I don't have a new one. So I'm just going to use the Milani Cream to Powder Foundation in the shade 230 Light Beige. So I'm just going to add A little bit of this just to even everything out. I love this foundation though. It's so pretty. I have a new cream blush that I want to use, the Peachgasm from Charlotte Tilbury, that I realized I never used. So let me go grab that really quick. I'm so impressed with this concealer. I was just able to make that work with the foundation, which is lovely. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab that and we'll continue on. We have some good stuff in this video. Wow. I have yet to try this. So I have the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. This one is the Peachgasm one. Okay, it's pretty. It's not really like as pigmented as I thought it was gonna be. It's really glowy. It adds like a light wash of color. So I guess if you're looking for something more intense, this is not it. But I think I was expecting a little bit more because this is so hyped up. Maybe the pink one might be a little bit better. I'm just blending out my creases under my eyes and I'm about to set everything. And I actually am gonna use one of Taylor's brushes. So she has a dense powder brush and then she has a smooth under eye brush. So, ooh, wow, this is so luxe. Like the quality is like incredible. And this one you can see the shape of it. It's supposed to fit like your under eyes perfectly. So I'm gonna try it out. I never use brushes like this to set my under eyes. I typically always use a sponge, but we're gonna test this out. I don't have a new under eye powder. I have a new pressed powder, but I'm just gonna use the new Rare Beauty loose powder. I've been really loving this. I love that shape. Because you can like get in here and get right under your eyes, like right at like your lashes. You know what, even for me, I always, whenever I use loose powder, I usually like to set my under eyes and set my T-zone. So this brush fits perfectly when you run it right down your T-zone. Wow, I love this. I didn't honestly think I was gonna love this brush because I just don't really use brushes like this to set my under eyes, but very impressed with it. The shape is unique, but it fits perfectly under this area right here and it packs on just the right amount of product and sets everything really nicely. So I agree, this is definitely a smooth under eye brush. Okay, now I have the dense powder brush and I have the Pretty Fresh face powder from Colourpop that we're gonna use. I love the Pretty Fresh concealer and foundation, so I have high hopes for this. And this one is in the shade medium 10. I don't know if this is gonna match. Wow, this is really smooth. This powder is so smooth. I'm just adding some to my neck and my ears to kind of balance everything out. It looks so smooth. I feel like it adds a little bit of coverage. I don't think it's like super full coverage, but it definitely adds a little something. And comparing it to the one from e.l.f., I feel like this one maybe might have a little bit less coverage than the one from e.l.f., but they're both really, really smooth. So yeah, this provides coverage while still looking really natural on the skin. Now I have a new bronzer. This one is the LA Girl Matte Bronzer. So they launched this one and then one other darker shade, and this one is in the shade Back to the Beach. Love how big the pan size is. I do wish they had more shades in these. Like, come on, LA Girl. It would have been nice to have a couple variations of this bronzer. Like, oh, this smells good. Like the colors. But this is a very cool tone bronzer, so I'm hoping it'll work. Because I normally use, wow, that's really pigmented. Let me blend that out. That is a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be. Wow, I actually like this color. I thought it was gonna be a little bit too ashy for my skin, but it's not. It's really smooth too, it blends easily. Now for blush, I have two different ones. The first one is the Too Faced. By the way, that collection is the Too Femme collection, and this is the Butterfly Babe blush. Looks like a really pretty like everyday pink with a little gold shimmer to it. So I'm gonna use this on this side, and then I have another brush from Sigma, or blush from Sigma. Oh wow, that is also more intense than I thought it was gonna be. That's really pretty though. This smells good. It smells like fruity, like candy. That looks really pretty and it adds like a glow to the cheek, so I feel like you don't even need any highlighter if you use this. It is a little glittery though, so something to keep in mind. And then on the other side, I have the Cinderella Duo from Sigma that I'm gonna try out. So we have a glow and then Ever After. So a glow is the light highlighter, and then Ever After is like that peachy blush, which looks really pretty. Look at how intense that is. It's so nice. Oh, that's a pretty peach. Even mixing those two, I feel like would be really pretty. I'm gonna do that instead because this highlighter looks like it's gonna be way too light as just like a highlighter on the face. But I feel like if I mix both of these, I can get like a glowy blush so it can look a little bit similar to this side. You see this, when you mix the two, it gives you almost like that look of like a baked blush, and it's stunning. Yeah, this is a little bit like, it's pretty, but it's like, I wish it wasn't so glittery. Now this from Sigma I like because the highlighter is glowy, but it's not glittery. All right, now for the eyes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue on with the pop of yellow, and I'm gonna add that shade in the inner corners. So I'm gonna start with the matte color, and I'm gonna pop that in there, and then I'm gonna add that shimmer yellow right over top. And I'm gonna add more of the purple on the lash line. All right, I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl Shockwave liner. This one is in the shade Sequins. It's like a more deeper royal purple. Ooh, that's pretty. Just to really complete this little pop of color. Wow, I love this liner. Ooh, this is beautiful. I think especially if you have brown eyes. I'm just gonna add a little bit more of that shimmery yellow. And I just sprayed my brush just to make it pop, and you see like how much more it pops in comparison to the other side. So spraying your brush is key, and it makes such a difference. Okay, so now for lips, I have the new Milani lip oils, and then I also have some of their new lipsticks. So I'm sure you guys by now you know that their Color Fetish matte lipsticks are probably the best drugstore lipsticks on the market. Formula, the packaging, the shades, they are just stunning. This is one of the colors that I have here in Peony, but these other ones are going to be stunning for the spring and summertime. Like, look at this color right here. Like, ugh, I love this shade. I might use one of these today, but I also have their new lip oils, so we're gonna try them out just like on their own. The first one I have is Raspberry Peach. This one smells good. I'm just gonna apply this also just on my bare lips so we can see the color. Okay, so it's really light. It's not going to be like super wet and juicy on your lips. This smells really good. I like that it's not sticky. This is a really like just lightweight lip oil. It honestly is not as hydrating as I thought it was going to be. Let's try the next color in Strawberry Melon. Ooh, it also smells good. There's like a little bit of a tint, but then once you blend it, it's not much. Ooh, this one has a little bit more of a tint. I guess the more you build up, the more color you can potentially get on your lips. I can't say that these are like my favorite. Like, I'm not like obsessing over them. And then I have the Cherry Lime. Let's try that one out. Oh wow, this one smells different. Oh, this color shows up more. So I guess it depends on which one. I don't really like the smell of this one though. They all smell different. It smells a little bit like a Lysol cleaner, honestly. I wish it had a better smell because I actually like this one out of all the ones that I've tried. This is my favorite one, but I don't love the scent. Okay, and then the last one that I have here is Passion Fruit Coconut. And this one is pretty much like clear. It doesn't have that much of a tint. So the one that I found to be with the most color on your lips is the shade Cherry Lime. The other ones, they provide a super, super light tint, but it's nothing crazy. I guess the more that you build it up, the more color that you're gonna get. And I can't say these are my favorite. I think if you're looking for some good lip oil type products, I would try out the NYX This Is Juice glosses. So this is just the clear one that I have here, but they have other colors that provide pretty much the same finish and the same consistency that you would get from a lip oil, but those have a little bit more color to them. So if you want more of a tint on your lips, I would check those out. I also feel like these are more hydrating than these from Milani. These are nice, they're not bad, but they're not my favorite. So I'm going to use one of these lipsticks here because these colors, look how beautiful these look. I guess this color, does this match my eye makeup? Does it? So let's try the shade Petal. We need some lip liner first, so let me wipe this off. Hold on. So I'm going to use the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade Spice 09. How pretty. These lipsticks are so good. Oh my gosh. If there's like one lip product you get from Milani, let it be these. Like, so beautiful. So I'm gonna keep this and then I'm gonna add a little lip oil over top, and I'm gonna use the Cherry Lime, even though, like I said, I don't love the scent of this one. This is my favorite out of the ones that I used because the color is so pretty. I think I love like almost everything. So the last thing I'm gonna do is set my makeup, and I'm gonna use the Make It Last Flora spray. Love. It smells so good and so hydrating. Like, Milani always kills it with their sprays. Alright guys, so we are all done with this first impressions and there's some good stuff in this video. So let's talk about, first of all, what I didn't love. So I really love this Too Faced blush, but I don't like all the glitter in it. Like if it didn't have a glitter, I think it would be like the prettiest pinky blush because it's actually really pigmented. So I don't love this for that reason. The eyeshadow primer, I don't know if I would necessarily like go out and repurchase this or say that this is a must. I think it did what it had to do, but I definitely love the one from Rare Beauty so much more. If you're gonna splurge on a high-end primer, I think that one is it. And then also this Peachgasm Beauty Wand from Charlotte Tilbury, I don't love this. I feel like it's glowy and it's pretty, but I definitely was expecting more of a wow factor from it. So I know everybody loves the Peachgasm, so maybe that one is better than the peach, but I don't think this is like worth the hype in my opinion. And I think everything else I really liked. I love the eyeshadow palette from Milani. I thought this was great. Definitely the perfect palette for spring. These lashes I love. I need to order more of these because this style is really pretty. I love how flexible the band was and how easy they were to apply. Really also love the spray. This smells really nice. It's like a light floral scent, but it's not too overwhelming. I can't say that this priming glow mist from CoverGirl did much as far as like glow, but it was very hydrating. I'll keep using it though because I do really like the spritzer. I am obsessed with the Dream Lit Glow Under Eye Brightener from Pacifica. This is beautiful. I don't know if you could really tell on camera, but I noticed that my under eyes definitely did look very bright after I used this, but it was like a natural light enhancement. Like it wasn't anything crazy, but it definitely, I feel like, made a difference. Love these new colors as far as like the Milani lipsticks. I know I didn't use all of them, but these are going to be like it for spring. You need them. This Sigma blush duo I love. Well, it's just a blush and a highlighter duo, but I like the combination of these together because look at how pretty that looks on the cheeks. Like it looks like a baked blush and I love these shades. This Colourpop powder, very smooth, very like airbrushed, but it's not like powdery, cakey. Like it definitely provides some coverage, but it's still really lightweight and natural on the skin. I feel like this is a little bit more light than the e.l.f. Camo powdered foundation, but it's still a great setting powder and I love the way that the skin looks. The concealer, I'll definitely have to keep using it. I'll let you guys know how this wears. I do feel like it does look a little crepey under here, but that could be just because I used a lot and I shouldn't have did that. I should have known, honestly, because the foundation is so full coverage. Clearly the color is way too light, but I do like the formula of this. I will say it blends really easily, even though it is so full coverage. I thought it was creamy and it blended very nicely. Love the LA Girl matte bronzer. This is really, really nice actually. I didn't think I was gonna like this or that it was gonna work for my skin, but this I am obsessed with. I like the formula of this a lot. It blends really easily and the shade is actually good too. And last but not least, I have to shout out these Sigma brushes. Shout out to Taylor. Congrats on this amazing collab. You completely killed it and I love all of these brushes. Every single one of them I will be using and incorporating them in my everyday makeup routine. They are just like practical and just amazing quality. I can definitely say that it's an investment. They're expensive, but they will last you forever. I think that is officially everything for this first impression. So lots of great products. And if you guys have tried any of these, let me know your thoughts down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.